Alrighty lads, so welcome back to another episode of my Jerusalem playthrough. In this episode, we're essentially waiting for our core to finish as usual, but we're also trying to 100% Flanders and take as much from this nation as possible as well. It's going to be interesting to see just how much we can take. He's not co-belligerent, but I think with this CB we can fully annex him via piecing out Flanders. So yeah, let's get started. In other news, we're integrating Scandinavia to the degree of 10% and Great Britain to the degree of 81%, which is certainly a lot. Definitely getting there. And speaking of getting there, we're getting to a point where we have little more to do. I think this is perhaps the final war before we will be essentially trying to pulverize Ming like a meat grinder, going to war with him back to back to back. Unfortunately, due to being just over 100% overextension, we do have a lot of rebels about, and in other news, we still do not have an heir. I have re-rolled my heir multiple times, or disinherited rather, hoping to acquire one with somewhat decent stats, right? That's the idea. And so hopefully that works out for us. I'm not going to lie, guys. I am looking forward to this series that is beginning to wrap up. Soon it shall begin to wrap up. So we've got a long war with the Commonwealth, but he's one of the few nations remaining now. Thanks to Imperialism CB, he should be fully annexable, even if he does develop himself a little bit or something like that. So we might go ahead and fully annex him once our truce is up. I don't think that Flanders has... Good, we're not over 100% now. A fort anywhere, with the exception of his capital, which is good. So I do want to focus this guy out, but we need to have enough troops, you know, responding. Now, I could go ahead also and tech up really inefficiently to be ahead of Ming. So as this gap closes a little bit, being 8 years ahead, and yeah, I'm not going to spend my military points so aggressively on artillery barraging or anything like that, because that could be a good idea. Alright, that has recently revolted, so let's go ahead and take these troops. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to actually starting something new and fresh, guys, but we have to finish off this series as priority and finish it off well. But regardless, I think we've done pretty well this campaign, right guys? As the Knights, one province minor. Pretty proud of myself. The Knights certainly were difficult. Yep, so we can see here there's only one negative modifier of 1000, and that's not having over 10% war score. So I just confirmed that there is not a fort somewhere, as if we read this, that's their full annexation. Good stuff. So what I want to go ahead and do is occupy every province out here in the Philippines. That's what I'm going to be working on. You can take admin points. I've been able to do that for a while. I'm so dumb. I meant to do that first, guys. My bad. It is what it is. I just took, I was just autopiloting there and embarrassed myself. I just took 100 admin points for literally no reason instead of 150. But it is what it is. So let's have a look. I'm getting 15 per month here. I'm going to go ahead and gain 1 additional possible advisors, which is actually, honestly, it could be a benefit. I hate not having the kind of advisors that I desire. So, speaking of which, we do have a discipline advisor, which is pretty appropriate for the Ming Wars. Quite happy about that. Alright, this... Let us begin! Sieging this fall down. So let's send somebody over to conquer his capital. Some Indian separatists coming along. Done a good job preventing them from deterring our coring progress out there. Yeah, and Delhi did survive as an independent nation. Probably when I declare war on this nation, well, we will annex him as well. Just get rid of him. So that costs 44 war score, but naturally we're going to need enough. See, I knew that was going to happen. God dang it. Persian, god dang it. Well, our advisor that I like of discipline seems to have passed away or something, retired. And that's why I said the additional possible advisors is actually a benefit, because hopefully now we can get a morale of armies or discipline advisor. I think either would do. Got to be careful here when we're landing that we don't take a terrible fight. Ah, see, it's the wrong culture. Could hire somebody in the meantime for points. I suppose we do have enough money that we can do whatever we want. I was supposed to be converting Doab, wasn't I? I forgot here. What is the name of this charter? Northern Indian or something? North Indian. Yeah. Okay, so we got that on lockdown. No problem, so be it. I'll keep doing what I'm doing with my missionaries. Okay. Little bit nervous about this big ass stack here, but we seem to have gotten enough troops ashore. We should be perfectly fine. Apparently I didn't land on his capital there. So, referring back to the last episode I recorded, guys, referring to the controllers, Spectrum, who was a long time viewer, one of my longest time viewers, I believe, wrote a comment that genuinely made me laugh out loud about the claw. Apparently, that is a thing, the PlayStation claw, because my first initial sort of reaction of how to press the arrow keys would also move the joystick is to sort of, yeah, like with your fingertips, press down 352. That'll do. That'll do. I'm sick of these ears. It's sort of to press down with your fingertips. And I literally laughed out loud when he said that, the claw, because, or I don't know if it is a thing or the notion of that being a thing made me laugh, because I knew what he meant as soon as he said it. I don't think clawing is as good, perhaps, as the luxury of just using an Xbox controller. I'm not sure. Alright, now in order to fully annex this guy via Flanders peace deal, I wish to occupy every single province that he has. There we go. More of armies will do us nicely. Now I have 0 inflation. I really liked the unrest advisor that we had, actually. Grab him in the meantime, because we will get a ton of money from production there. Let's try to roll for the unrest. I think the unrest makes a big difference. How are we doing? Okay, I don't have much time left to kind of do a good job here. How stable is Japan? Perhaps as stable as it's ever going to be. Let's go pick up these troops as well. I'm always going to have at least some navy out here in Asia. Due to what I intend to do here. Oh, really? What? There's no strait or anything here? I can just walk straight across. It's there. Okay. Okay, there's no strait there. Interesting, I'm learning. So he doesn't have anything outside of the Philippines. This will be Flanders, yeah. Cool. I bet Australia, yeah, they fight in the Oceania region, which is pretty cool. I think I have 3 Australian colonies. I have at least 2, but I think a third dude chucked some provinces down. I might be mistaken. No. It was Portugal, but it wasn't enough to form a colony, and then it just joined up when I inherited them with the other colony. I hate you, rebels. Go away. Leave me alone. I need to bring this navy out here anyway to deal with the Ming. There it is. Unrest of the wrong culture, though. Feels bad, man. In fact, I need a rank 3 advisor. Instead of rank 1, because I want those monarch points. See, I can almost tech up. Oh, so does Ming, though. Ming just YOLO techs up. Wow, there you go. We're not going to be ahead of him, because he's redonkulously far ahead. He just doesn't even care at this point. That's kind of sad in a way, honestly. But at least we'll be on par with him, I suppose. Oh, that was the unrest advisor, but it was black though, the portrait. I don't think we accept any West African or any kind of African off the top of my head. So I would have got rid of him anyway, because we're going for that that beautiful rank 5 advisor. That's what we want. Okay, they have a lot of troops somewhere, which is annoying because I want to ideally take the troops out to truly demoralize them. That might be it though, right there. They might not have much more than that. Huge Lithuanian revolt there in Hungary. Wonder if Austria has unrest. Nope, he's fine. Cool. So he seems to have full acceptance of all German, which means, I guess, client states can have empire government rank, right? Which I think an ordinary vassal cannot, I think. But partial acceptance is still pretty good. So, you know, feeding along sort of cultural, that's annoying. I think we can just do that to get rid of them. Feeding along cultural lines is definitely worth doing regardless, but yeah, Austria has empire government rank, I'm pretty sure. Let me just count just to make sure how many. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I might have counted that twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, yep, 9. 9 accepted cultures, so there's no way he actually accepted them all. No. Which means he has government, empire government rank. Maybe there's a way, an easier way to check that. I might be a noob. Okay, did I send? Yes, I did. These troops across. So he won't quite do the full annexation just yet. I need to make these occupations anyway. These provinces down here. Haha. Despite -2, we're crushing him. Awesome. That makes things easy. Unrest advisor who's Turkish. You'll do. Nice. There we go. Back on track. This guy's stack wiped. That should absolutely crush their enthusiasm. Hopefully flipping these occupations back, getting out of the naval battle. So I just need to occupy everything here. Need this island. That. I need this island, which there doesn't appear to be a strait to. These guys can go here. Yep, we're definitely getting there. Not sure we'll win this battle or be able to pass. If we go ahead and use this navy, it should alleviate that issue. So that was basically our time frame right there. Now I wonder how much longer it's going to take us to peace out. Super, super, super close. I think, hopefully he's not sieging back. See, that's annoying. Okay. I think we're waiting on these two occupations. Yeah, see, that's going to be slower than these. God dang it. Alright. Let's go back around, re-sieging. But I can see we're basically at 100% here. He hasn't made an occupation yet, so we're waiting on this. What I should do is just check if we have issues with war score or overextension. I don't need 100% him anyway, because we can now full annex. That's done. So let's just check. Yeah, we have war score issues. Okay. I'm glad I checked then in that case. 99 war score will do us just fine. Well, let's look for a 9. Is there a 9? No. Let's do 3 3s. And take this 10. There we go. 100% war score cost. Alright, that will have to do us. So that nation still exists. Oh well. Nice. We'll probably get a merchant from the Philippines now. But who really cares at this point? So, as we call this up, Ming Mexico and Ming Colombia should be freebies. We have the option of never actually basically when we fully annex Ming, eventually we can inherit those for free, so we don't have to actually do anything about them. But I think the play is definitely to initially attack Ming outright. That's the play. He's coming down. Okay. Hiring some extra cheeky reinforcements, guys, because the war against Ming is going to commence. Austria's looking pretty strong, dude, which is pretty cool. And why don't I go ahead and put Great Britain, who I cannot see. I'm going to go ahead and put them on aggressive. Got a ton of troops here in Great Britain. Let's see if we can actually compel them to do something. Okay, pirates are dead here. Let's go bring this out to fight at sea. Alright, and yeah, the Ming invasion commences. We should have a stack here to deal with rebels. I need to improve my morale, so be it. This is extremely expensive, but who knows, we might not even need to upgrade our tech ever again. I'm going to be so far ahead, I'm going to spam artillery barrage in all of these forts. That's definitely the right CB, or score cost reduction. So let's go. Yep. And it's time to see just how bad the lag is. Now I'm hoping, guys, that we don't lag. I'm hoping. I've spoken about this before, but I think the lag really actually came from the huge amount of stuff happening in the fog of war. Seems to have slowed down just a touch, but it doesn't seem to be lagging at the moment. Good. Yeah, I think when you think a tremendous amount of actions are happening in fog of war, it lags. I don't know exactly why that's the case, but it seems to be the case. 6 shock here. Pretty good. Alright. This is actually stable, surprisingly. If I had a little bit more of extension, it wouldn't be. Okay, looks like most of our allied dudes are not exiled. That's good to see. Ming is currently not fighting a war. So undoubtedly Ming is the first scored nation. I hate Ming. Get a life. This fleet here, let's go pick up more. Nice, that's Catholic. So if we do that, it should not revolt. Nice, good. So we don't need these guys here. Let's go pick them up. And then, we have military access all over the place. These ships, I thought they would have repaired. Yeah, so I don't think we're going to be able to piece Ming out this episode, guys, but we will be able to take a look at what the peace offer looks like. The objective is to take, I guess, all his forts or fort level 8 or 9 on his capital. So the objective is to take them all, if we can, specifically his forts in the first war. That is the plan, but we'll see just how well we do. We might not be able to get them all. Seem to remember, I think it was my Roman Empire game where I was not able to take them all. Oh, okay, big Ming Navy. What has he got here? Almost entirely light ships, okay. So we're just fine. Good stuff. Damn. Damn! Same nations, but he's got way more troops now. I guess maybe Ottoman style, he geared up for war there. How many times have you guys declared war on the Ottomans and you check their force limit, then you check back a few months later and it's like 2-3 times as much? I'm talking about the early game, of course. That's what that seems like. So, he has quantity, just like we do. We have a whole idea group on top of him. And who knows what policies he has, but we have Moral of Armies, we have Defender of the Faith, and he might have that, I don't know, we got Moral of Armies here. Now, I think we both just have Discipline from Ideas. Yep. So I think our troops are going to be stronger than his. It's going to, yeah, you can see here, he's recruiting troops. For sure he is. Okay, I do want to have a stack there. Let's trade company that, which makes it mostly stable. I hate when that happens. God dang it. Six maneuver, let's use him. And force march him. Yeah, I lost units there. Dang it. I was hoping to prevent that from happening. Let's make sure we got siege going on here. So the Navy did not seem to be much of an issue, which is good. We're about to fall under 50 power projection. See, if we hit that age objective, if we had a discipline advisor, what's our discipline right now? Somewhere you can check. There it is. So it's on 120. If it was 125, we'd fulfill that age objective. I'm going to keep trying to get a discipline advisor. Which would give us a small amount of power projection for the remainder of this game. Okay, we've got one monstrosity of a navy there. Okay, what I want to do is painfully, it can be quite painful sometimes, painfully check the forts. Now, due to our age bonus, we should be able to call just literally everything. They don't need to even be joined together or anything like that. Okay, so looking good, I think. I mean, you might have the odd obscure fort, but that looks like it to me. That looks like it. I don't see any others. Cool. Cool. Then really, we should, for access purposes, try to join this stuff together to the best of my ability, which looks quite hard. Yeah, we're already way over 100% overextension, so I guess we would just go for 100% overextension. Okay, so it'd be something like that, which is the forts. Basically, we take the forts in war number 1. Now, that was only 57 war score, though. Alright. I want these military points. So let's gain 2... 1, 2... 150 military points. In artillery barrage. Now let's blockade him. And we're sieging that down pretty nicely. Cool. Cool, so it's 57, so we have to get all the way out to Beijing to hit the war goal. Uh-oh. Jungle terrain. This general sucks. This one's slightly better. Okay, -2 to rolls. So we're outnumbered. We seem to be slightly stronger than him, I would say, with that -2 to rolls. Let's have a look. Oh wow. We've got a lot more morale, discipline's identical, and we have slightly more tactics. Oh, we accept Egyptian. Yes! Beauty. So we have a lot more morale, but that discipline is going to put our discipline higher, and it's also going to fulfill the age objective. Hoping that I don't get stack wiped here, though, please, game. Oh, phew. And I can just retreat. Okay, I do want kind of a 2 stacks per siege. That is the plan. We're swarming him pretty well. So ideally we kind of want to get this right when my core is about to finish up. Yeah, so I think we are stronger than him. I think our military is stronger than him, which is quite cool, because we certainly have the numbers. God dang it. Which one is going here? Try to put a siege general onto that stack. Okay, that looks clean. That looks good. It's going to get brutalized in there, no problem. Barrage, get barraged upon. No! I thought that was it for the Japanese unrest. Okay, so we're getting 8 each month. Okay, so be it. That's fine. Nice. Infantry combat ability. Beautiful. That was a good stack wipe there of a few, like 20k troops, I think. Alright, so you're going to the same spot. You can chill there. And I don't quite have the military points available to assault. GB's at 91%. Beautiful stuff. Trying to blockade him there at sea. Move things along as fast as possible. See, power projection, guys, as you can see, age objectives filled is giving us a total of 15, which has helped delaying that as it tapers off by -1 yearly to be above 50. That's why I really wanted the discipline advisor. I mean, I'd much rather out-discipline Ming anyway, as opposed to have the same discipline but much higher morale. This way we have higher discipline and morale, which is a much better combination. You can just chill there for now. Okay, this whole region's going to be converted. Good stuff. But it's a long ways to that 57 war score, guys. We obviously don't need the full 57. It's mostly a long way to that war score because it's a long way to Beijing. I doubt that we'll make it, in fact, before the end of this episode. Okay, there's a lot of troops there. We're quite isolated until this falls. But I do have stronger units. He'll probably be scared of me if we stand side by side. It's hills, though. God dang it. A lot of his forts are quite intelligently located. Placed. Okay, now that's a Siege 3 General. So let's go ahead and do that. And this guy who is walking over there can go here. So I have access through the Vietnam region. Southeast Asia. Damn, man, some of these tributaries are massive. Like Ming fighting war. I mean, Bakhmanis, before we took him out, was huge. And Ming fighting like wars with the other great powers, essentially. In order. Wow, look at this. Delhi's 6th great power. It's because he's there are only 7 independent nations right now, guys. Apparently a tributary cannot be a great power. Yep. So we're getting to that weird stage of the game where basically no nations exist whatsoever. I was going to say that, I mean, look at this, guys. Like, many of these nations like Bengal would be great powers, obviously, instead of a one-province minor Delhi. But Ming literally fought wars to tribify them, which is pretty impressive. Jungle. He's gone in. 2nd of May. Okay. Nice. I think we'll win that, no problem. Don't have a general there, but we will in a few days. 6 days. Yeah, we'll definitely win that. Sweet, get wrecked. Now I want to assault this because it's on the mountains. Get that done as soon as possible. Use my precious military points on that specific province. And our ally is definitely coming over here to have an impact. Now, unbalanced research. Where are we behind? Admin. Okay, but unbalanced research affects corruption, which just affects our money. So I'm happy to be unbalanced. I don't want to spend those admin points. See, this is where we could do with that final policy to increase our siege ability that much further. You guys know what I mean? But we didn't quite get there. We need that many admin points, and I'm not quite willing to do that if it means I don't have the admin points to core up the land. So with that being said, guys, I think this first Ming campaign is proving to be very easy, quite frankly, at this stage. It's medium enthusiasm, and this is basically the peace deal we're looking for. 99% overextension, which seems to be, as far as I can tell, literally all of his forts. And then, for those of you who don't know, basically, we're going to one by one declare on his tributaries, and the nations like this, who are small, 39 war score cost, we're going to fully annex, but then also take some of Ming. That's the plan. The fact that Ming's going to have no fort means he's essentially just going to have his capital, which means we're going to siege him down really quickly and ruin his enthusiasm. And we're just going to go one by one, each tributary, and any tributary who is less than 100% war score cost, take a little bit of Ming's land as well. That's the plan. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching. And the pulverizing of Ming will continue next episode. I'll see you then.